Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He's going to air one out right away. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Catch made, right side by Wilson.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. In motion, it's Robinson. On 1st down, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. Throwing again is Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The motion man is Nacua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets will take over at their own 15.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss. So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
Hey, take 26.
3rd and long. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
First down, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw is Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. On play action, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Jet.
Rodgers on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of LSU.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22. First down for Aaron. He's going to look deep for Adams. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Mike. No.
Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Higbee. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half, about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Back north.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Inside.
On play action, Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of...
A big hole. And he will take this one in. 81 yards. Touchdown, Jets. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Jets will up the lead to 5. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, it's Stafford. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Now Zuerlein for the extra point. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this is not going to come close to fooling anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't, and they get nothing on the extra point. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. He'll go down and it's an incompletion. Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
They give to Hall. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. Rodgers now. They'll set up the screen to Hall. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Extra point try now for Zerline. Now it's a fake. They'll flip it to the kicker. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Stafford now on second down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Pass caught right side by Higbee. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by C.J. Mosley.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Hall. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Play action now with Rodgers. He's got it at the 3. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Ready.
One last throw here for Stafford. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black.